Hi, I'm Dr. Carrie Oneal, Sex and Relationship Positive Coach. Welcome to Quarantine Confessions, where people write in and to my best ability, with heart and soul, I give you the advice you need to help your quarantine time be as pleasant as possible, if not thrive during it. One thing I want to address first off, and I've been getting it a lot, the underlying theme here is how can we bring peace to the household? Right now, whether you're alone with yourself, a partner, or you have some number of children, I want to remind you that the relationship you have with yourself is where it starts and stops. What I'm seeing more and more of in the letters that you've already written to me, thank you, is until you can bring peace to the overall household and maintain it in a level of dignity and respect for each other, it's mayhem. And what is suffering is anger and resentment, and mom doing everything and the kids not respecting mom. So then mom's having to be the police, and dad, who's generally been at work, presumably, isn't doing anything. What can I do? I'm paraphrasing because this is actually a very popular problem with a number of you. And I actually have the #1 best resource, and it's free till the end of April. So I wanted to just jump on and let you know about that. To bring peace and methodology to the house, parenting with love and logic. I can't say it enough. I'll tell you, for my own personal story, if anybody had a reason and a right to hose their parenting, it would have been me. I did not see a lot of good parenting modeled in my home, and my home was one of trauma. So, needless to say, when I had my own children, I knew that I was out of my league in terms of knowing how to handle this well. So I took parenting with love and logic 20 years ago, over 20 years ago, and I took it 5 times. I took it 5 times in 7 years because I was really in over my head. I had a single, and then I had twins on the heels of that. And all to say that I ended up with 3 kids under 2 by the time the twins got here. So I was definitely outnumbered. I was definitely underskilled, and parenting with love and logic, which is free now at the link below. The online class is free now till the end of April. Big deal. What does that mean to you? Let me tell you, whether you have kids or not, this is fantastic education for you. One of the times that I took it, we call them the FedEx guys were in there. We only knew that because they had that on their shirts, and there were 5 or 6 of them that would show up. And finally, the instructor said, "Why do you guys keep coming?" They said, "You know what? Our manager is a fan, and he does love and logic on us, and he's asked all of his managers to do love and logic. Because the principles that you learn in this parenting class for modeling young people is the same psychological principles of human behavior that you're going to use throughout your life. So yes, you can use it on your partner. And yes, you can use it in every relationship, to include clients relationships, to include co-working relationships. This is core stuff, and I recommend everybody go and get the link, whether you have children in your home right now or not. And here's some of the things that you're going to learn. You're going to learn how to take the fight out of people, including yourself. They don't say it that way. I'll just tell you that's what you're going to learn. How to take the fight out of kids. That, if you don't get anything else, that's a big one. You're going to learn boundaries. I'm not sure if they call it that or not, but I'll tell you, it was one of the first fundamental works I ever had on boundaries, and boy, do they have it figured out. And they're going to give you permission, parents, permission to own your life and let the child own their life. And you're going to learn how to let the consequences do the teaching. I can't tell you how much I use that even now in my own work privately with clients, letting the consequences do the teaching. And more than anything, the human condition needs a voice and a choice. When you find your own voice and choice, when you teach your children that they can have a voice and a choice, when you allow your partners to have a voice and a choice, not only does it take the fight out of the home, but man, now you're cooking with grease, because when you can do that, now you've identified needs. Again, he may not say it this way, but under every poor behavior is an unmet need. And when you teach what might start as children, or you teach partners, or you even teach yourself how to connect with your voice and find out what your choice is, those are the two legs for personal empowerment and for personal growth. I encourage everyone during this time, take advantage of it. It's free till the end of April. You won't be disappointed. These are tools for coping and tools that you're going to learn for life. Thank you for joining me today. If you're finding that you don't have the tools that you need to create the life you want, please contact me privately. This is what I do for a living, and I'm thrilled to be here with you now during this time, giving you ideas of how to cope and even be better when this is over.